Cobb County School District surprising parents tonight with the change in COVID protocols. Coming up on the ATL, what prompted the change and what parents have to say. Plus, does new COVID variants mean new ways of testing? Up next, the new way to detect for the Omicron variant. But first tonight, Georgia continuing to see a surge in COVID patient numbers, putting even more strain on the state's medical systems. As of today, more than 4,500 people have the virus and are being cared for by health care. And that is about 1.5 times higher than numbers that we saw last week. Now, a closer look at how this recent surge is impacting the Metro Hospital. So far, Region D as in dog, which houses Fulton, DeKalb, Gwinnett medical facilities, is now seeing some of its highest patient numbers yet. That is even compared to last winter when most people were not yet vaccinated. And concerning numbers coming from the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta this week, healthcare officials reporting 118 cases of hospitalizations in children on Wednesday. 74% of those cases were children with pre-existing conditions. With the rise in cases, health experts encouraging parents to use the tools available to them, including getting their children vaxxed and boosted in time. Today, the Cobb County School District making an unexpected announcement saying it will no longer contact tracing for COVID-19. And this move coming after Governor Kemp informed school leaders of the updated guidelines. Palacero now telling us what parents have to say about the changes.
An unexpected back-to-school announcement.
They literally just sent out an email blast this afternoon.
Both for parents and even school board member Dr. Jaha Howard.
I haven't had a chance to even digest what it says. I'm dismayed by the whole thing because it's contrary to all of the conversations and the emails and the concerns that come from our parents.
Dr. Howard says he first learned that the school district will no longer be contact tracing when Superintendent Chris Ragsdale brought it up in Thursday's board meeting.
We will be choosing not to contact trace all cases.
Right before adjourning, Ragsdale refers to this letter sent by Governor Brian Kemp that states that while contact tracing is a, quote, best practice, it can be considered an optional service in schools at this time. Ragsdale's remarks were not in the meeting agenda.
There was no discussion, nothing, just some verbal remarks and adjourn. That's not fair for the voters. It's not fair for our families or our educators.
Right now, average cases in Cobb County are nearly 3 times higher compared to other surges of the pandemic, with the county setting a record of more than 3,400 cases in a single day, December 28th. Hospitalizations in the region also broke a record just yesterday.
As parents, we're kind of asking for the bare minimum right now. We're not even asking them to implement mask mandates because we kind of gave up that fight at the beginning of the year. For me, contact tracing and isolation periods and quarantining for positive cases was kind of our last line of defense.
Meanwhile, the Atlanta Public School District says the positivity rate for its teachers and staff sitting at 5%. In comparison, the Department of Health now saying the state's positivity rate is hovering around 36% over the past 2 weeks. APS attributes the low rates to 81% of the staff being fully vaccinated, the mask mandate in place, and surveillance testing available at 9 public schools in the district. New at 10, new COVID-19 variants now mean new ways of testing for infection. Hope Ford is verifying if a new way to test is better at detecting the variant.
On TikTok, user and journalist Allison Hall posted a video of herself receiving a negative result after swabbing her nose, then a positive result after swabbing her throat. Her positive result was confirmed by a PCR test. Then the hashtag #SwabYourThroat popped up on Twitter in recent days. So, is a throat swab better at detecting Omicron than a nasal swab? Our sources, the FDA, the University of Hong Kong, South Africa's National Health Laboratory Service, and U.S.-based epidemiologists and researchers. This one needs context. A group of U.S. researchers studied 30 people and found saliva tests or throat swabs picked up a positive result before a nasal swab did. The study, which hasn't been peer-reviewed or published, concluded Omicron is better detected by saliva. A study from South Africa, which also hasn't been peer-reviewed or published, showed throat swabs detected all Omicron cases, but 71% of Delta infections, while nasal swabs detected 86% of Omicron infections, but 100% of Delta cases. Throat swabs are used in other countries in combination with nasal swabs swabs to test for COVID-19. But in America, the FDA stands by nasal swabs, pointing to the sheer number of cases already detected by the method. The FDA adding it can be complicated to self-administer a throat swab and can cause false positives as you're not supposed to eat or drink 30 minutes before. Epidemiologist Eric Fagel-Ding telling Today it's not that an at-home test won't pick up Omicron in the noses when swabbing there, it just might pick it up a half a day or a day later. So there's evidence to support a throat swab showed positive results for Omicron faster, but there's also evidence to show nasal swabs work well for the majority of people.
Well, temperatures are falling out there. We have the rain that has moved out. That's well off to the east of us. But even though the rain has moved away, there are still some clouds over parts of North Georgia. And I've had a couple reports of some snow flurries, just that cold air wringing out any leftover moisture in those clouds with a few flurries far north, not causing any issues or anything there. We have clouds still here. We're not seeing any flurries here at all, and we don't expect any either. And we're watching the snow that's well up to the north that is moving away. Now, the main story for us is going to be the cold air moving in. In fact, we have a cold alert in effect for us here for North Georgia, Metro Atlanta, and also down on the south side. In these areas, we're going to watch these temperatures falling tonight. It's going to be windy and cold. Temperatures in the morning will be in the mid-20s, but wind chills are going to be in the teens. That's how it's going to feel when you step out. And look at this, the really cold air coming in from the north and west, and then still a little milder down to the south of us. It's still 50 in Eatonton, 46 in Thomaston. We're 40 here, but look at this. Marietta's 37, 34 in Canton, and 34 in Dalton. Below freezing right now in Blairsville. So that's a really wide range of temperatures from Dalton over toward Eatonton, from 34 to 50 degrees. We're going to see some of the coldest air of the season out there for tonight. Again, morning temperatures in the mid-20s, wind chills in the teens. Stay with us. We'll let you know if it's going to warm up anytime soon.
Today marks 1 year since the deadly attack on the U.S. Capitol, and tonight powerful images coming from the U.S. Capitol steps. Lawmakers holding a prayer vigil remembering the police officers who died in the attacks and the aftermath. The committee formed to investigate that day and the days leading up to it, still working to determine what went wrong and who is indeed responsible. Since then, more than 700 people have been charged in connection with the insurrection, including several Georgians. Joe Hankey has been tracking the criminal cases against each of the defendants, including a handful pleading guilty.
As rioters stormed the U.S. Capitol building 1 year ago, several Georgians were part of the mob. So far, more than 20 people with Georgia ties have been arrested in connection with the violence on January 6th. 5 people with Georgia connections entered not guilty pleas, but later cut deals with prosecutors and are the only ones to have pleaded guilty. Cleveland Meredith Jr. was the first to be sentenced and was ordered to serve 28 months in prison, but he will receive credit for 11 months already spent in jail. Devlin Thompson sentenced to nearly 4 years in prison, followed by supervised release. Mitchell Simon, Verdon Nally, and Kevin Creek are set to be sentenced in the coming weeks. 4 Georgians who are barely old enough to vote are charged. 18-year-old Bruno Cua of Milton is accused by prosecutors of assaulting an officer in the Capitol and reaching the floor of the Senate. Court records include photos the FBI gathered as evidence of 21-year-old Nolan Kidd and 22-year-old Savannah McDonald posing in the Capitol. The pair are charged with illegally entering the Capitol, and 23-year-old Benjamin Torrey faces similar charges and is quoted by the FBI as saying he entered the Capitol but did not damage any property. There are a mother and son who are co-defendants. Lisa Eisenhart and her son Eric Munchel, known in headlines as Zip Tie Guy, have both been indicted on charges for illegally entering the Capitol and are accused of bringing flex cuffs and a taser with them. Joseph Hutchinson III, Joseph Padilla, and Jack Witten are all charged with violence against officers at the Capitol. Brian Ulrich, Blas Santillan, Jonathan Lawrence, and William Calhoun Jr. are all charged with illegally entering the Capitol. Calhoun, according to the FBI, bragged online about kicking in Nancy Pelosi's office door and writing she probably would have been torn into little pieces if she was around. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland this week said the arrests and investigations are not over.
The Justice Department remains committed to holding all January 6 perpetrators at any level accountable under law.
The FBI still seeking assistance in identifying individuals captured in more than a dozen videos seen here and in hundreds of photos. In the past month in Georgia, the FBI took Ronald Lurka of Gainesville and Matthew Webler of Decatur into custody.
And on 11alive.com right now, we have more specifics about each one of these cases and the charges each defendant is currently facing. We also have a link to those photos and videos of rioters the FBI is still working to identify.
As we mark 1 year since one of the biggest moments of political division in the United States, we're also paying tribute today to a Georgia political giant known for crossing the aisle to reach and make deals happen. He was a savvy lawmaker. U.S. Senator Johnny Isakson died last month. This afternoon, dozens of Republican and Democratic political leaders were in Buckhead to attend his funeral, including Republican Senate Leader Mitch McConnell, who delivered a eulogy for the senator from Marietta.
Now, we all know this is a polarized time. Unity is in short supply. But the gigantic and diverse Johnny Isakson fan club has never failed to pack a room.
Georgia U.S. Senator the Reverend Raphael Warnock also honoring the late senator's legacy and lifetime of public service. You can see more right now on 11alive.com. Toilet paper, your favorite sports drink, olive oil. Have you been to any of the grocery stores around town? You've seen this. They all have this in common. Empty shelves will have that story, why Metro Atlanta is seeing so many of these and why it is not at all linked to supply chain issues.
Download the 11Alive News app to use near me.
News happens fast. Stream it faster. 11Alive News is now on Roku. Stream live newscast.
We begin tonight with breaking news.
And watch on demand.
We are tracking severe storms.
11Alive News. Stream now on Roku.
It's tougher than ever to tell if something on social media is fact or fiction.
That's what makes 11Alive News different. We verify, and we're the only ones in Metro Atlanta doing it.
Verify takes stories and claims that have gone viral, sources that information, and then we vet it with the experts.
So you can be confident you're getting the facts every time.
If you haven't watched Verify, see the difference on the 11Alive Morning News and at 11 p.m.
Weather can't run from the 11Alive Thunder Truck. A mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Whether you're heading to school or the office, walk out the door prepared.
11Alive Morning News gives you breaking news and perspective on the day ahead.
From sunny skies to severe weather, know what to expect and what to wear.
And while I can't stop traffic, I can certainly help save you some time and frustration.
If you haven't watched the 11Alive Morning News lately, see the difference. Weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. If you see breaking news wherever you are, safely snap it and share it with us using Near Me on the 11Alive News app.
All right, look at this video of breaking news a viewer just sent us.
Download the 11Alive News app to use Near Me.
Life moves fast in Metro Atlanta. So does the news.
Watch 11Alive News at 11. You'll get breaking news and you'll get it fast.
See stories and perspectives on the issues affecting you.
Whether it's sunny skies or severe weather, feel confident you've got an accurate forecast for tomorrow.
And we verify whether viral stories are fact or fiction. No one else does that.
If you haven't watched 11Alive News lately, see the difference. Watch 11Alive News at 11 p.m.
Want to verify whether something's true or false?
Do parents have the right to see their child's medical records?
Now you can ask us using the Near Me feature of the 11Alive News app. Just record your question, send it to us. Download the 11Alive News app to use Near Me.
News happens fast. Stream it faster. 11Alive News is now on Roku. Stream live newscasts.
We began with breaking news
and watch on demand.
We're tracking severe weather moving through the metro area.
11Alive News. Stream now on Roku.
When it comes to weather, all you want to know is, how is it going to affect my day?
When you watch 11Alive Storm Trackers, we focus on the next 24 hours so that you can...
Now to those empty supermarket shelves. Grocery inventories are down, prices are up, supply chain economists say. The reasons for the shortage are also the reasons that the shortages will end. Here's John Chiric.
She shops for a living in the supermarkets. Morgan McCowan shops for customers who give her their grocery lists and then expect her to deliver it all.
And it's kind of annoying when I go to the stores and the shelves are empty. The customers are like, well, where's everything at? They don't have anything.
And she says there's no predicting which shelves will be empty of which products on any given day, or which supermarkets will be out of items that other supermarkets have.
You know, we just need to get the supply chain fully employed.
Doug Baker of FMI, the Food Industry Association, says the Omicron variant is simply decimating the workforce at every stage of the supply chain. Calling in sick, slowing down different parts of the supply chain at different times, causing a ripple effect. And as wholesale prices go up, supermarket managers can't always afford to buy as much inventory.
It's not broken. The food is in the supply chain, unfortunately, because we're not fully employed because we're dealing with this virus. It gets stuck. It gets stuck along the supply chain, and it's taking longer. Something that might have been 2 to 4 weeks to get is now 8 to 12 weeks to get.
Supply chain economists expect that as soon as the Omicron variant peaks, the supply chain will begin to recover, just as it was starting to do after the Delta variant peaked last year.
It's going to take a while for these supply chains to recalibrate and refill all the way to the store. We're probably not going to see any significant relief until the back half of 2022.
Not soon enough for Morgan McCowan or her customers.
I'm not going to be able to get all their items for them, and so it's kind of disappointing.
Hoping for better soon.
Well, we have clouds still out there right now. Those clouds are going to be breaking up a little bit more overnight. The cold air is rushing in, and that main area of rain is out of here. Although we have had a couple of reports up in far north Georgia as that cold air rushes in, of it shaking out just a few snowflakes around. In fact, one of our storm trackers posted the smallest snowflakes they have ever seen, but they were so small they didn't show up on the picture there. I would share it with you. You can see the clouds over us now. Those will break up a little bit more tonight, and then the snow, a lot of it came through parts of northern Tennessee and Nashville. That's now moving up toward West Virginia, and that's all going to pull away. Here's a live view. I've zoomed in a little bit tighter here in Blue Ridge so you can see some of the lights, and we would try to be able to detect any snow flurries coming down. We did have some reports when I was doing my Facebook Live earlier. A few folks up in Blue Ridge said they saw just a few flakes. Nothing major, though. It's not like a blizzard or anything out there tonight. The main story that's going to be impacting us tonight is this cold air that's coming in. Right now in Atlanta, we're 40. Now remember, we went up to 63 for a high today, and now just a few hours later, we're more than 20 degrees cooler, and it's not going to stop there. It keeps on going down. 34 in Canton. We're below freezing already in Blairsville, and it's all this cold air that's going to keep moving our way tonight. At 1 o'clock, we'll be below freezing at about 30, and then tomorrow morning, starting off, these are air temperatures, all right? 27 most likely, 27 to 28 here in Atlanta, mid-20s in many spots, and even lower 20s up in parts of North Georgia, and then warming to back above freezing. We're thinking around, before lunchtime, and then back to below freezing in the evening hours. We also have some wind to deal with. It is blustery out there. Winds right now about 23-mile-an-hour gusts. We'll be at 20-mile-an-hour gusts. We're thinking at 3, and then back to about 10 to 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts throughout the day tomorrow. Not crazy wind, but still a little breezy at times. Now, look what that's going to do to the temperatures and how it's going to feel to you. By tomorrow morning, or actually at 11 o'clock, we're going to have wind chills of about 24. Tomorrow morning, those wind chills are going to be in the teens. We may even see some single-digit wind chill readings up in the mountains of North Georgia. And then with that breeze continuing tomorrow and that cool air around, we're pretty much going to feel like it's below freezing all day long. So we're just going to go with an 8 on the wasometer tomorrow. Even though we'll have a lot of sunshine, it's just going to be cold, breezy at times, and not quite the best day. The good news is it'll be dry, and we will have that sunshine coming back where we have mostly sunny skies, that northwest flow here. And we're going to stay dry also into Saturday. It'll be another cold start Saturday morning with lows in the upper 20s, but we do start moderating, warming up a little bit more Saturday afternoon with mostly sunny skies. We're going to go back up into the 50s, and then on Sunday, another system rolls in. That one is going to give us a few showers, but temperatures will be well above freezing, so it looks like the liquid variety of precip Sunday into early Monday. and we might have some rumbles of thunder and flashes of lightning, but as of right now, we're not expecting anything severe for Sunday. So really cold day tomorrow, sunshine returning, highs only up to 40, then down to 28 again Saturday, rebounding back up to 52 in the afternoon. Warmer Sunday, 59, but we'll see some showers coming in later, ending early Monday. It gets cold again Tuesday, Wednesday morning in the upper 20s again, highs in the upper 40s to lower 50s, back to the mid 50s we're thinking by Thursday. Take a look at your weather wow moment. This is from Marcy Tribble here in Atlanta. Beautiful view of sunrise. A beautiful shot there before those clouds started moving in and the rain pushed through. Thanks, Marcy, for sending that to us. Marcy is one of our 11Alive storm trackers. It's a great group on Facebook, a lot of weather enthusiasts talking about weather, sharing pictures and videos, and we often use these on the air. You can be a part of that group on Facebook. Just search 11Alive storm trackers. Ask to become a member, answer the membership questions, and you too can become a part of this exclusive local weather community. Whether it's sunny skies or severe weather, feel confident you've got an accurate forecast for tomorrow.
And we verify whether viral stories are fact or fiction. No one else does that.
If you haven't watched 11Alive News lately, see the difference. Watch 11Alive News at 11 p.m. Want to verify whether something's true or false?
Do parents have the right to see their child's medical records?
Now you can ask us using the Near Me feature of the 11Alive News app. Just record your question, send it to us. Download the 11Alive News app to use Near Me.
News happens fast. Stream it faster. 11Alive News is now on Roku. Stream live newscasts.
We began with breaking news
and watch on demand.
We're tracking severe weather moving through the metro area.
11Alive News. Stream now on Roku.
When it comes to weather, all you want to know is, how is it going to affect my day?
When you watch 11Alive storm trackers, we focus on the next 24 hours so that you can plan your day.
And when it comes to severe weather, we're live instantly, keeping you up to date and keeping your family safe.
Accuracy and safety are everything. We want you to be ready for anything.
If you haven't watched the 11Alive storm trackers lately, see the difference every day on 11Alive News. The next time you see severe weather, safely snap it and share it with 11Alive News using Near Me on the 11Alive News app.
Here's a photo of the storm that a viewer sent to us.
Download the 11Alive News app to use Near Me.
News happens fast. Stream it faster. 11Alive News is now on Roku. Stream live newscast
We begin tonight with breaking news
and watch on demand.
We are tracking severe storms.
11Alive News. Stream now on Roku.
It's tougher than ever to tell if something on social media is fact or fiction.
That's what makes 11Alive News different. We verify, and we're the only ones in Metro Atlanta doing it.
Verify takes stories and claims that have gone viral, sources that information, and then we vet it with the experts.
So you can be confident you're getting the facts every time.
If you haven't watched Verify, see the difference on the 11Alive Morning News and at 11 p.m.
Weather can't run from the 11Alive Thunder Truck. A mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Whether you're heading to school or the office, walk out the door prepared.
11Alive Morning News gives you breaking news and perspective on the day ahead.
From sunny skies to severe weather, know what to expect and what to wear.
And while I can't stop traffic, I can certainly help save you some time and frustration.
If you haven't watched the 11Alive Morning News lately, see the difference. Weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. If you see breaking news,
A large part of why UGA is playing for a national championship on Monday night is the coach who calls the plays on the offensive side of the football. Offensive coordinator Todd Monken has had a terrific season. Maria Martin tells us how the offense has evolved under the offensive coordinator.
You want to be a place where you check all the boxes, and that was University of Georgia.
It's a rare occurrence when we hear from Georgia's coordinators, so when they do speak, you know it's getting ready for a big game and that it's going to be a treat.
It's the first time I've ever been a part of a team that we came off after a big win. And our players are in the locker room talking about, hey, what we have to do better, literally right after the game.
The Bulldogs have evolved under offensive coordinator Todd Monken as they currently sit 9th in the country in points per game.
What's different about him, he wants all the little details right.
Like, he don't want he wanted to be running the route on air. He wanted to be perfect.
He's a play caller with extensive coaching experience in both the NFL and college level, but when it came to making the move to Athens, he said it was easy.
You want to be at a place where you have no barriers to success. And that starts with being able to get great football players, working with a great staff, an elite academic institution, and being right down the road from Atlanta.
Monken has also been a sounding board and advocate for Stetson Bennett as the signal caller. He reiterated that when he spoke on Monday, just ahead of the national championship game.
We just need to understand that the first two halves of each of those games was outstanding. And I've said that before, he has everything we need to be successful offensively, and our issues with turnovers aren't his issue in particular. That's everybody in this country. If you turn the ball over, you're not going to win. Bottom line is I can do it better as a coordinator to put him in better position to be successful. He understands that. Our team understands that. So, I expect him to play well just like I did last week.
News near me.
News happens fast. Stream it faster. 11Alive News is now on Roku. Stream live newscast
We begin tonight with breaking news.
and watch on demand.
We are tracking severe storms.
11Alive News, stream now on Roku.
It's tougher than ever to tell if something on social media is fact or fiction.
That's what makes 11Alive News different. We verify, and we're the only ones in Metro Atlanta doing it.
Verify takes stories and claims that have gone viral, sources that information, and then we vet it with the experts.
So you can be confident you're getting the facts every time.
If you haven't watched Verify, see the difference on the 11Alive Morning News and at 11 p.m.
Weather can't run from the 11Alive Thunder Truck. A mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Whether you're heading to school or the office, walk out the door prepared.
11Alive Morning News gives you breaking news and perspective on the day ahead.
From sunny skies to severe weather, know what to expect and what to wear.
And while I can't stop traffic, I can certainly help save you some time and frustration.
If you haven't watched the 11Alive Morning News lately, see the difference. Weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. If you see breaking news wherever you are, safely snap it and share it with us using Near Me on the 11Alive News app.
All right, look at this video of breaking news a viewer just sent us.
Download the 11Alive News app to use Near Me.
Life moves fast in Metro Atlanta. So does the news.
Watch 11Alive News at 11. You'll get breaking news and you'll get it fast.
See stories and perspectives on the issues affecting you.
Whether it's sunny skies or severe weather, feel confident you've got an accurate forecast for tomorrow.
And we verify whether viral stories are fact or fiction. No one else does that.
If you haven't watched 11Alive News lately, see the difference. Watch 11Alive News at 11 p.m.
Want to verify whether something's true or false?
Do parents have the right to see their child's medical records?
Now you can ask us using the Near Me feature of the 11Alive News app. Just record your question, send it to us. Download the 11Alive News app to use Near Me.
News happens fast. Stream it faster. 11Alive News is now on Roku. Stream live newscasts.
We began with breaking news
and watch on demand.
We're tracking severe weather moving through the metro area.
11Alive News. Stream now on Roku.
When it comes to weather, all you want to know is, how is it going to affect my day?
When you watch 11Alive Storm Trackers, we focus on the next 24 hours so that you can plan your day.
And when it comes to severe weather, we're live instantly, keeping you up to date and keeping your family safe.
Accuracy.
Finally tonight, a local community in Canton helping one boy celebrate being cancer-free. Hiram is 5, just finished up 2 years of chemo treatment. Tonight, they gathered at a Chick-fil-A to help Hiram celebrate his victory over cancer. The restaurant is Hiram's favorite, and it was his favorite as he was battling cancer, so what better place to celebrate and ring the bell.
Well, we've got those temperatures really falling tonight. Look at that. We're going to be down to the mid-20s, we're thinking, by tomorrow morning. Upper 30s now, mid-30s at midnight, below freezing after midnight, and then 26, 27 degrees early in the morning with mainly clear skies. It will be mostly sunny in the afternoon Friday, but we're going to struggle to get up to 40 degrees. And with the wind, it's going to feel even colder. Morning wind chills will feel like they're in the teens here in town. Afternoon wind chills feeling like upper 20s and lower 30s. Now, Saturday morning's another cold start at 28, then getting up to 52 in the afternoon. Showers coming in late Sunday, ending early Monday. It gets cold again late Monday into Tuesday and Wednesday, then back to the mid-50s, we're thinking, by Thursday.
Chris, thank you, and thank you for watching 11 Alive Prime Time. And the news continues all the time online at 11alive.com. Have a good evening. Stay warm. The cold Friday beckons. See you tomorrow.
Whether you're heading to school or the